Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you for coming to our weigh-in this afternoon. Also, the folks watching on our live stream today. First flight of boats doing at 4 o'clock. Second flight doing at 4:30 today here on the Apex Cup, the Pro Tour. This is the Spartan 580, presented by Roman Made and A1 Tactical. Thank you for their support. The reason we are here. Also, special shout out to the Martins family, Aaron Martins, friend to all in the bass fishing community. We lost earlier in the year. We miss Aaron as well, West Coast angler. Did so much for the sport. And we're happy to be here and represent him and make his family proud and continue his legacy. So most of you out there know who Aaron is and was. So great angler without a doubt. I want to thank a special thanks to the city of Arlington. Mayor Jeff Buffton is out to the weigh-in today. He had a good golf game yesterday or today, I bet. Hit them straight. So we appreciate their support and coming out here. Had a good crowd at weigh-in yesterday. Day one was a lot rougher than it was today. Had guys tear up some boats a little bit, lost some electronics. But day two was as pretty as you can get here on the Columbia River. Very lucky to be here in this community. We appreciate everybody's support. Had a great meeting on Thursday night. Apex Pro Tour. Anglers, once this venue is announced, no information for the anglers here. No practice. We show up and go fishing. Friday, Saturday, the whole full field fishes. On day 3, the top 10. 2 ways you can make this event on Sunday. Super Sunday, where you go back to 0 on weight. Doesn't matter. Everybody starts out tied for first place on day 3. We'll start in the morning as soon as it's safe light. If you want to come out and watch the takeoff, our anglers do appreciate that so much. But it should be around 5:10, 5:15. We're going to get out of here early tomorrow. And a little change on weigh-in time will be 3 o'clock tomorrow, 1 hour earlier. 1 hour early. Look, the forecast is great. We're excited about what that holds as well to show out the Columbia River. Special thanks to River Lodge being our host hotel for this event up in Boardman. We thank them for their support as well. We also have a kayak event tomorrow. Registration's already closed for that event. I believe we've got 30 kayakers to fish the John Day Arm and first event up here in the Pacific Northwest for one of our kayak events. Very excited to have that. We'll have that award ceremony right here as well on Sunday over here at the park, right beside the marina here. We are at the Port of Arlington. Beautiful marina, has everything you need. Launch ramp, food, RV space. Beautiful place right off the interstate here in Arlington, Oregon. Could not be here without our sponsors. Of course, our title sponsor, obviously Roman Made, presenting this event, A1 Tactical. I want to thank Bridgeford Outdoors, Bass Cat Boats, Mercury Marine, Roman Made, Duo Realis, Garmin, Super Clean, Lithium Pros, P-Line, Valley Outdoors, Woo Tungsten, Bob's Machine Shop, Torch Eyewear, Hook Performance Fishing, Dish Network, Excel Marketing, Wood Brothers Flooring, Signature Gate Systems. Kevin Finley, one of our anglers, did not make it out here this week, so we're upset about that. But Kevin, thank you for your support. He also pays out of his own pocket the top 2 stringers in this event, $500 each. So thank you, Kevin, for that. I know these anglers do appreciate that. Hybrid format, something very unique. You can make it 2 ways. Super Sunday, like I said, the top 5 in weight will qualify to fish on day 3. The top 5 in keeper count. So we got a lot of anglers that are going to make this cut on keeper count. The fish have to be 14 inches. You can follow along on Tourney X program. If you need information when we get done here, we can tell you about that. You can follow along, see how your favorite anglers are doing during the day. Sometimes a little touchy with cell phone service. Anglers don't have a cell phone coverage, and they get somewhere it does, and it reloads. Loads their scoring for the day. That will have the keeper count in that as well. Got Mr. Steve Meduna over here. Got a great staff. We also film these events for viewing on the Pursuit channel. And I know everybody will see that as soon as they are edited. Got a lot of trains here. I apologize for the noise. It is a great sound, though. Coming here, beautiful day. Leading weight coming in was 1766, Mr. Hayden Lee. On the weight side, 1765, Austin Bonjour in second. Keeper count. 10th place weight was 1548. If you go top 10, 1548 is what it took to get in the top 10. Keeper count yesterday, it took 25 fish to be in the top 10. on the keeper count. So you can make it two ways. We already know. We were at Trinity Lake a month ago. Anglers there had a record catch. We had somewhere around 1,400 fish that were waiting at that event. Almost 1,400 that were caught and released. They weigh their best 5 and bring them in. We've already surpassed Trinity. We had more anglers fish that event, so we already know today that we surpassed that event. Tells you about the quality of our anglers here in the West. Steve, you ready to get some anglers up here? We'll try to keep you abreast. Who does what? First angler to weigh, Mr. Colby Pearson coming to the scales. Colby, yesterday, had a good day. If you followed along on Tourney X today, he had another good day. Had 1548, but yesterday he had 40 keepers caught, 40 14-inch fish caught, measured, and he busted that today. So I don't know how many keepers, Colby, when it got done today.
I think it was about 74, maybe 75. I had to kind of scrap at the last minute to make sure I got a couple more. Some of these guys started creeping up pretty good. And I think one guy actually caught even more than me at the very end, just hammered him. So should be in the top 5 for keeper count. Fish tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed.
You got enough fish left after catching 75?
Well, you'll see by the weight that they're not the ones I need tomorrow, so I'm going to go fish for some ones that are more green colored.
Let's see what the weight is here to add to your 15 and your 40 keepers yesterday. I believe that's the right weight, too, as well. How about 1551 today? 1551, Colby. Let me give you the mic, man. You want to tell me, thank anybody?
Yeah. Friends and family. Thank my girlfriend. Love you back home. Thanks for taking care of the dogs while I'm out here fishing. Wood Brothers Carpet and Flooring, Sportsman's Warehouse, a couple sponsors that really support me, help get me out here. Swimbait Universe, Woo Tungsten, so many more all the time. Shasta Bass Baits, Trevor, what's up, man? I know you're watching. Big thanks to John Tate. He helps me out too. So just thanks to all my friends out there watching, and hopefully get in tomorrow and go catch a big bag. Fingers crossed that we get some good weather and catch some couple largemouth.
Let's give him another round of applause. Colby Pearson, everybody. Get your stuff ready for tomorrow. I know you're going fishing after what I saw. Next up, Mr. Jason Austin, sponsored by the Dish Network. Excel Marketing. Jason can tell you all about that. We got another limit and all alive. Right in the middle there. Right in the middle. There you go, Jason. They bring them to us alive, no penalty. If they're dead fish, it's 0.25 per fish. If they're late to check in, it's 1 pound per minute. Off their total catch up to 15 minutes, Jason. Let's see what we're going to add to your total from yesterday. Better than yesterday. You had a struggle day, 1598 to add to that. I'm not going to call that weight, but tell us about your day today.
Well, today went a lot better than yesterday. I caught quite a few fish. I think I got 31 today as far as the keeper count. Yesterday I struggled. I made up for it today, so at least today when I come to the scales, I'm not embarrassed. I want to thank Dish Network, Excel Marketing, Hook. They're hookforlife.com. You can get online and order your baits. And that's it. Hey, I want to thank my wife, family, and all my friends watching.
Jason Austin, thank you, sir, buddy. Appreciate all your support. First year on our tour, made the top 10 at Mojave. Next angler up, Mr. Austin Wilson coming to the scales. Great angler here, reigning angler of the year on the Apex Tour. Had an outstanding year. Won our first event at Lake Almanor last year. A great young man here and a quality fisherman. Had 1337 on day one. Going to add a little bit more to that. Got 5 all alive today. Let's see what the weight is, Austin. Good job, young man. How about 1592? 1592. Tell us about your day, my friend.
So, I found some green ones. You know, I found some green ones today, and I just didn't fish clean. I want to say, probably close to a 20-pound bag on that I ended up losing today, but I don't think it's enough to make it tomorrow. I only had 13 pounds yesterday, and I had a blast. You know, I didn't really go for keepers today. I just wanted to catch some big ones, and you know, I ran into two nice largemouth, and you know, I mean, I had fun up here. You know, so I'm gonna have a nice drive home and think about my you know, wrongs and right. You know, what I did right and what I did wrong. So you know, on to the next one. So I want to thank all my sponsors: Folsom Lake Asphalt, Duckett Rods, Babe's Boat Care, Wicked Weights, and P-Line, and all my other sponsors. I really appreciate it, and all my friends and family back home watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon.
Austin Wilson, everybody. Angler of the Year reigning right now. Yes, sir. Thank you, my friend. Next up, Mr. Marty Lawrence. Marty's been fishing very good late. Had 11:42 yesterday. Grab a couple, Marty. Let's get a picture. We'll make Marty look good. These anglers catching largemouth and smallmouth here, mostly smallmouth. We did have a 736 toad largemouth caught by Johnny Pearl yesterday. Marty, you got me 5 in there today, man. Did you have a good day?
Yeah, I got 5 more. I've had 15 keepers, and they're a little heavier today than they were yesterday, but a little short on the keepers.
What'd you do different today?
Nothing.
They were there.
Yeah, they're just bigger today.
If somebody said, I'm going to go fishing tomorrow, where would you tell them to go catch them here on the river?
Anywhere.
It's that good.
Pretty much. These guys are all headed that way. They're really killing them up there today.
You stayed down here?
Yeah.
1282, Marty, 1282. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you very much. Mr. Garrett Bradshaw, next angler coming to the scales. Garrett had a slow day yesterday, not what he wanted. Get a grab a couple there. We'll get a picture. Garrett only had an 852 yesterday. Didn't catch a lot. Got a limit today, sir. But I know you had a good time here. I'm going to give you this microphone so you can talk a little bit, and thank you, sponsors. But let's better than yesterday. How about 1068, sir? 1068. Tell us about your experience.
Yeah, coming up here is always a blast. Catching between 60 and 100 fish a day. Obviously not all keepers for me this event, but catching fish all day is a good time. You know, it's frustrating not hitting that 14-inch keeper mark, but it is what it is. Got high hopes for the next one. But I'd just like to thank my sponsors real quick. Discount Tackle stepped in huge with me this year. Rapala caught a lot of fish cranking Rapala DT6. DMC, Suffix, Boatmasters with Bass Cat boats. If you guys are looking for a new boat, Bass Cat's safest boat out in the water, super fast, super reliable. But other than that, thanks for everybody coming out, and we'll see you guys at the next one.
Your day's coming. Garrett Bradshaw, everybody. Great young pro. Next up, Mr. Earl Dalton. Good to have Earl in. Earl, slow day yesterday at 11-1. Go ahead, grab a couple. Let's get a picture, Earl. Got your some family out there. You need to smile for them. This one for Jackson Rancheria Casino. They support all the events that we do, pro-ams, team events as well. Earl, let's get a weight. You can tell us about your day, sir. How about 10:43 today, Earl? 10:43.
A little better today. I mean, not weight-wise, but caught a lot of fish, had a lot of fun. Always fun coming up here, fishing on this river. It's new experience on that current. It's always a good time for me. Just want to thank, Jackson Rancheria for sure, obviously, our title sponsor, Ed's Led. Hooked, Bait and Tackle, about it. Apex for having us all out. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Earl. Great job. Appreciate your support. You mentioned Hooked. Mr. Jay Kelly, I think, was trying to make it up. Don't know if he made it yet. Come see some of his anglers fishing today. Next angler, Mr. Gregory Trout. First year with us on the Apex Tour. Had 1178 yesterday. Good to have Greg fishing with us this year. We got another limit, of course, and they're all good and alive. Greg, I'll call a weight here, sir, and let me tell us about your experience, man. I know you caught a lot of fish, so that's worth something. 12:59 today, 12:59.
Yeah, it was a fun day. Caught a lot more fish today than yesterday. I think 17 scoreable. I ran all the way up towards Boardman, and I decided, I'm going to go back. It got a little weird up there. Pretty dangerous, actually. Even though it's flat calm, there's all sorts of rocky outcroppings and just all sorts of hazards. So for this deal, for me, it's safety first. I want to say hello to my beautiful wife, my family, my friends. I want to thank CNC Marine for all they do for me and a lot of the other Apex anglers. They support a lot of us. Wild West, you guys are incredible. I cannot believe how hard you guys work. I mean, I got up early this morning, but Steve was out there setting everything up, and it's amazing. So thank you very much. The people here, the town of Arlington, doing an incredible job helping us launch boats, feeding us, the whole works. So it's a fantastic event, and I look forward to, I think, 7 more days maybe.
Amen to that. Appreciate you standing. This event continues. Greg Trout and everybody, thank you, sir. This will be a long event. We're going a little further toward the coast the rest of the week. Next up, Mr. Scott Helison. Scott had 15.55, was in the top 10 yesterday. Good to see that. We got a limit today for Scott. He lit up the keeper board today as well. Get a weight here, Scott. Man, we followed you on the app today, man. You had an awesome day. Even better than Trinity, looks like. But let me call you weight 1509. 1509. Tell us about your 2 days.
Yeah, another fun day today. I hope I caught enough keepers to make it to tomorrow. I think I caught about 25 or 26 today. I figured at the beginning of the day that would be plenty, but it looks like a lot of these guys really caught the heck out of them today. So anyway, I was going for numbers this whole event, just throwing them spinning rod on light line and catching on my drop shot, a Kitech, and all that stuff. So if I get to go tomorrow, kind of like Colby, I got to switch it up. 15 ain't going to cut it. Got some of these guys back here catching big, large heads, so probably mix it up tomorrow and try to win this thing.
You did good so far, man. Great job. Scott Helison, everybody. Fishing well. This year made the top 10 cut from Mojave. Next up, Mr. Kenny Ma. Ken, you look like you're feeling better today, my friend. Don't know if that's true or not. We got 5 largemouth for one man. Had 14.59. He was only out on weight less than a pound. Less than a pound, Ken. I'm going to give you this microphone. Let me call a weight, Ken Ma. And did you do something different on purpose today, or did you just get lucky on those largemouth?
No, I'm just that I've been fishing them. I like to catch big ones, not that the rest of the group.
Biggest string of the tournament. How about 21-18? 21-18, Ken Ma.
Not that the rest of the group can't catch big ones either, but you know I'm comfortable catching 5. If I get 5 bites all day and they're the right ones, that's how I like to fish. So I was talking to Ish. I hope that's enough for tomorrow. I feel like the way I'm fishing, I can catch that again tomorrow. But I could also not catch 5.
Is that new water you fished today or same places you fished yesterday?
I've been expanding a little bit every day. Today, I kind of left a little bit early because I kind of had a decent bag and I was a little concerned with the wind, but the wind didn't come up, so kind of expanded some things. Pulled a couple rods out of the rod locker that I like throwing. So I don't know. I'll check the weather and see how things go tomorrow. I'm still. I hope I got a fish tomorrow.
I would bet you were. Let's give him a round of applause, everybody. Ken Ma, all largemouth. All largemouth. Unusual here on the Columbia. Mr. Carrie Harris up next. Carrie had, grab a couple there, Carrie. Let's get a picture, my friend. Carrie's family's up here with him as well this week. Thank y'all for coming up. Right in the middle there, Carrie. There you go, sir. Always good when family comes. Carrie has got 5, I bet, all alive today. And there are, let's get a weight, Carrie. How about 11:21? Better than yesterday, sir, but 11:21. Tell us about your 2 days.
Yeah, a lot better, a lot better. I switched it up and went east today and through reaction and started catching fish. I've only fished here one time before, and I fished a different pool, and this pool was totally different. It's a lot deeper in some areas. The other pool was a lot shallower, so I figured something out and just went out and just executed and caught fish. Probably caught 15 fish today and got on the board today with some fish. I want to thank my sponsors, the Bass Hole over on the Delta, Portable Plumbing, B&B Educational Consulting. I had a great time.
Tell me about why you wanted to fish the Apex Tour. This is your first year with us here, man. Was it come to fish against the best of the best out here?
You know what? To fish the Apex, to fish against some of the best guys on the West Coast is, for me, it's a great opportunity to showcase my skills and fish against some of the best guys out here. So I'm glad that I was able to pull it off. Fished the Wild West Pro-Ams and finished good enough to qualify. So I had the opportunity, so I said, let's do it.
Your day will come here, man, on this. We appreciate you being here, and always nice when your family's here, isn't it?
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie Harris. All right. Next up, Mr. David Swinsey. David had a good day yesterday with 16-17, my friend. Had 21 keepers, just a little short on the keeper side, but in on weight. Grab a couple there, David. One? You want one fish or you want two? David, responsible for Duo Realis with us, and Roman Made are presenting sponsors in this event. Also the Spartan 580 name, tribute to Aaron Martins. And let's see what kind of weight we got, David, and you can tell everybody what we're doing here tomorrow and the next day. And going to drop off today. Going to go 1189, sir, 1189.
Yeah, I'll actually take it. Today I got to my spot early, and I was super excited. I saw a boat on there, and I go, gosh, is he fishing it? And it was a local, and he's smiling. I see him yard a fish in, and I go, have you caught him? And he says, yeah, I get him. I just got a 3-pounder. Yeah, I got him good. I said, oh. He goes, are you in the tournament? And I go, yeah. He goes, oh, well, here, you can have the spot. Well, he already went through it pretty good. So, anyways, it is what it is. I think best way said was Greg Terres said, you control what you control. That's what I did. I scrambled real quick and tried to get a limit, and I think I got numbers. I'm still updating, so if I get in, it will be my numbers, obviously. But we've got a ton of great anglers sitting there right now that I have a feeling they have some big weights. So I'm going to get off stage and let these guys weigh.
Tell these folks here just a second, Spartan 580, the what's behind it and all the details,
yeah,
my friend.
So Spartan 580 is actually, however you want to put it, it's the world's longest, most grueling professional bass tournament ever put on. Tours back east and even tournaments out here go 3 to 4 days, and the Spartan 580 actually goes 9 days. So after the guys finish here, some of them are going to be filtering into the second phase of this, and then there's a third phase as well. So I brought extra Band-Aids for the guys that caught him. I think Ish caught him real good today, and if he stays for the Spartan, we'll give him some Band-Aids for his thumb because he's going to need them. Anyways, thank you guys a lot. I want to thank my sponsors, Duo Realis, Roman Made, Lithium Pros, Tatsu or Seagar, and all those guys have been really, really great, kind, and helping me get going. This is a great league. It really is. I hope you guys tune into it. You can watch us on TV at OutdoorAction.com. You just go there, you can stream and get it. Or if you have one of those funny things called cable, you can actually get on Pursuit Channel as well and watch it. This show will be televised as a Spartan 580, so it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Anyways, I've talked enough.
David Swinsey, everybody. Thank you, David. Next angler up, Mr. Randy Mcabee. Randy been fishing great. Qualified for our top 10 at Lake Mojave. Also had a great event. Our last Apex event at Trinity Lake, world-class fishery. Randy had 1276 yesterday. 1276. Not what he wanted on day one. I know he changed up, went after him. Got 5 today, Randy. About the same as yesterday, looks like, or maybe bigger.
I don't know. I probably culled, I don't know, I probably threw out about 4 extra pounds today.
Weight today, Randy, better 1420. 1420.
I obviously was out of the weight category, so I was going for numbers. It took me quite a while. I just scrapped everything, went fishing. I had 2 keepers at 1 o'clock. And I found a school of fish, and it was every cast. I was on a swim bait and a crankbait, and it seemed like every one of them were close to 3 pounds. But after I put 5 in there, I wasn't going to cull my weight up and make it on weight, so I wouldn't even measure them. I wasn't balance beam them. I wasn't culling at all. I'd take a picture of them, throw them in the water, and I think I caught 33 keepers in about the last hour. I wasn't worried about the weight at all, so should have been a little bigger, but I wasn't going to take time to do it.
May have enough on keeper counts, what you're hoping, huh?
No, I'm going to be short on that, too. I just want to thank City of Arlington. There's an awesome little place here. They had great food. Little diner right up here. Want to thank Steel Stick Rods, Ranger Boats, Tackle Warehouse, Next Gen Lithium. If you're going to stay here and fish this river for 9 days, you better get one of those 36-volt trolling motor batteries because it lasts all day long. You don't have to worry about your trolling motor batteries going dead. And there was quite a few guys up here yesterday worried about their trolling motor batteries going dead, and there's no way this one will go dead for you. Thanks, Wild West, Apex. Been a fun tournament. Didn't catch them how I like to, but we'll go on to the next one.
Thank you, Randy Mcabee. Great angler here and one playing this game a long time. Next up, Mr. Paul Hodges, Arizona. Fishing Apex Tour, does a lot, helped the boat charging station yard over here. Paul does a great job supporting the program here at the Apex Tour. Works too much to be a great angler most of the time, man. He works way too much. We're glad to have him supporting us here. We got another limit coming to the scales. Let me get a weight, Paul, and Paul always thanks the military as well. 10-4-0 today, Paul. 10-40 today.
All right, everybody. Well, fishing was tougher for me today, but before we get into my lousy day of fishing, I do want to thank the town of Arlington, the people of Arlington, the mayor, Jeff Bufton. You know, we got here and we had places to park our cars, our trucks. We had light towers, we had generators, we had security all night long. It was really nice to be able to leave your boat somewhere and go to a hotel, be able to drive around the community just in your truck, get in and out, no trouble, and not worry about all your equipment. So thank you, Jeff. That was awesome. What you guys do when we come to town is fantastic. I do want to thank, again, the military, the Marine Corps, all the branches, but especially the Marine Corps. My son's in there, and so I favor that one. Just didn't catch him today. Had 21 keepers yesterday. Today only had 5 keepers. And that Garmin LiveScope, they are a sponsor, and usually that's a great tool. But today I could just see fish swimming around, go down, look at my bait. Didn't want it, so it's kind of aggravating to have that on today. But these guys here behind me, they've got some big ones to show, so I'll let them go.
Paul Hodges, sir. Thank you very much, Paul. All right, all right. Next angler. Won our last event, if you followed at Trinity Lake. A great angler. He caught 75 keepers, I think, on the last day in the same location, about an hour and a half. Mr. Nick Salvucci. Nick had 1763. Top 3 coming into today. Another 5 bass limit, Nick?
5 bass, but all brown ones.
All brown today. Couldn't find that largemouth, huh?
I spent most of the day chasing them, and I had to scrap this together, so.
See where it stands. Going to go 14-26. 14-26. Tell us a little bit about your 2 days.
I had a fun day. Like I said, I was trying to target those largemouth and just didn't get the bites today. So fun river, first time being here. Had a great time. So thanks, Randy and crew. Yeah, it was a fun time.
Good to have you here, Nick. We'll see where it lands. Typically, we have a top 10 meeting right after we get done with the weigh-in. Today, it's going to take a little while to make sure scoring about 1,300 plus fish is tough to do, without a doubt. Mr. Nick Wood. Nick, 28 keepers yesterday. 1679 weight-wise. 1679 was well in the top 10. Nick also Lake Shasta Pro-Am champion this year. Won his first one with us. Glad to have that. I know he's got 5 in the bag today. Trying to go fishing again. Did we accomplish that, you think, Nick?
I don't know.
It's a little lighter than yesterday. 1467. Tell us about your 2 days.
Yeah, I I have one little area that I'm fishing that I felt like it was kind of an area that I felt like the female were pulling into, the bigger females. But I don't know. I caught a lot of fish. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough weight to make it in. But it was fun. I don't know what my keeper count is. I haven't counted them yet. But I'm sure I'm in the 30s ish. So it was fun. It was. I don't make the cut. I tried. I don't know what else I could have done. I mean, I caught a ton of fish. Maybe running upriver might have been a little bit better for me, but other than that, I don't have any regrets. I fished hard, caught a lot of fish, and I don't know if I'm going to have the right ones or not. See how they shake out.
Great job, sir, this week. Great job, Nick Wood. All right. Next angler up. Mr. Ish Monroe. Ish had a great day yesterday. Looks like he had another great day today, judging by the Tourney X program. 16.2 yesterday, another limit, all alive. Had 31 keepers on day one. 31 keepers. And I think he got close to that or beat that today, I think, didn't you, Ish?
Yeah, I had 34 keepers today.
Had 34 today, so that looks very good and promising for fishing 2 days. Just missed the last event, cut. And he's got 17-13 today, Ish. That's going to get you going again, I believe, my friend. 17-13.
Yeah, another great day today. This place is an awesome fishery. You know, anytime you can go out and catch 30-plus, scoreable bass each day, and then come in with a 16-pound bag and a 17-pound bag, it's just real good fishing. Had an opportunity probably at 19 or 20 pounds a day, lost a couple big ones, but super excited about going out hopefully tomorrow. I mean, a lot of great fishermen back there. They caught them really good today. Arlington's a great place, and I wish I could stay for the next one because I heard the pool down below is also amazing fishery, and I would really like to be here. Just kind of got a couple obligations, but glad we're up here and looking forward to the Pro-Am up here.
And did good. You save. You got your places have enough fish on them. You think for tomorrow? Did you catch a lot of different fish, a lot of different places?
Yeah, the place that I started on and I caught them all my fish yesterday. I actually only caught like 12 or 13 keepers, and it shut down. And I ran to a spot that I hadn't fished in probably 15 years, and I ran over there, nothing. And I said I got one other spot, and I ran over there and I took everything, coiled it out, then I coiled out another stringer. And I just kept going, and it was just catching a bunch of fish. And I actually left one spot where they were biting every cast, and all the fish were like 3 to 3 1/4 pounds in there. And so I'm super excited to at least have 16 or 17 pounds tomorrow again.
Ish Monroe, everybody, great job, man. Good job 2 days in a row. Quality angler. Ish is also a major league fishing angler. Glad to have him fishing with us this year. Very blessed. Next up, Joe Uribe Jr. Good and alive today. I bet Joe's got 5 in the bag. Joe's title sponsor is Bridgeford Outdoors. Great support of us at Wild West Bass. Got some quality products. We eat a little too much of it. Joe got a big smallmouth there, looks like. Finally got a 4+. Joe started off the year with a good win. Lake Havasu early in the year. Won a new Bass Cat Mercury package. And got at least a 4-pounder in the bag, so we got more to go with it. We got 5, Joe. Let me get a weight and tell us about your first 2 days, sir. Nice job today. Good comebacks. 18, lock in there. 1809, Joe. 1809.
Well, I'll take it. I had a shot at 20 today. Had a couple right at the boat. I had a couple that actually touched them, and they came off, and it's just, it's frustrating. That's what's making this Apex Tour so prestigious is that, it's challenging because we don't use nets. We're by ourselves. So, when you're throwing reaction baits like that, I was throwing a crankbait the whole 2 days, and, there's a lot of the fish weren't really committing to the bait. So I ended up running way upriver. Yesterday I made a long run, but I just didn't quite go far enough. And I can actually, where I caught him today, I could see where I caught him today. Yesterday I just didn't go far enough, but today went right to him. And I think I caught 25 keepers today. Again, lost a couple key bites, but that's how it goes. But, my goal today was 18, so I was very happy to do that. I try to set goals for myself personally and attain those. Obviously, I was kind of behind the group yesterday. I just, didn't get any good bites, but, had fun out here. I want to thank the town of Arlington, obviously Apex and Wild West, the staff, Jeremy and Randy and everybody. You guys are great. You guys are doing big things out west, and us anglers make up the group of Apex, and we're trying our best to make this succeed, but we also need your guys' help out there as well to support us, support all these great brands that you see behind me. I've got a lot of great sponsors myself, but these sponsors behind us is what's making it happen, so I want to thank all of them personally for that. Again, I just threw a crankbait 2 days. That was it. Shallow running crankbait, fishing it fast. I'm wore out. But definitely ready to go home and, go see my family and, my beautiful Amy back there, all my kiddos, my family. Thank you guys for all the prayers and support. Obviously, it made the big difference for me today. So thank you guys so much. See you later.
Thank you, Joe. Joe Uribe Jr., folks. Got a lot of folks from Arizona. Joe is from Arizona fishing with us here. Next up, Mr. Bill O'Shin. See how Bill's day went. Bill had 1461. He was just out by less than a pound yesterday on weight. Another limit coming to the scales, all alive for Bill. Bill, I'll give you this mic, my friend. Let me get to well, that's a good smallmouth there. Nice job today, Bill. How about 16-12 today? 16-12. Very nice. Tell us about your 2 days.
Today I went and I started. I was going to go all weight, and I started on a largemouth area, and I fished for about an hour, and I got nervous, and I punted. I said, you know what, I gotta go scrap something up. I gotta come home with a check. So I made a big run. I was all the way down south. I ran all the way back up north. Made a huge run. Fortunately, that my 4-stroke Mercury, it's a camel on fuel compared to the old 2-strokes, so I was able to do that and make it back with plenty of fuel. So I scrapped up what I could. Hopefully, it's enough for a check. Those checks are important to us. It's a lot easier to come home when you tell your wife, I didn't win, but at least I got some money here. So I did what I could, and hopefully it's good enough for that. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Bill. Nice job the first 2 days. All right, next up, Mr. Kevin Johnson. Kevin, last to the scales yesterday. He made sure it didn't happen today. You got me 5, Kevin, today?
No, not today. Only 4 little ones.
No 4? You want to get a picture today?
Yeah, we can.
Let's get a picture of it for Kevin. Kevin, last addition to the field this year. Glad to have him on board. A little better than yesterday, maybe. Now we'll give you that microphone, Kevin. Let's see what the weight is, and you can tell us about your first 2 days. And going to go 725, man. And tell them about batteries here in the Columbia River. You needed them.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the fishing because not many were caught by me. Hats off to everybody because they absolutely smashed them, and there's some big bags back there. But if you guys are ever in the need of batteries, we've got a great lithium battery company, Next Gen Lithium. We've got one of the only cranking batteries that'll keep your batteries running if you run 4 12-inch graphs or bigger. Live scope, Mega 360. You'll still be on the water after running your live wells all day long. Trolling motor batteries. Got a lot of guys had battery problems yesterday. None of our guys did. Sold a couple batteries to guys that had other brands that were dead on the water pretty early in the day. But you need batteries that last all day long out in the river and the big current. Next Gen Lithium. Take a look. Thanks to Randy, Jeremy, everybody at Wild West, the mayor. This is an amazing place. I know I didn't show it with the weight that I weighed in, but I look forward to coming back.
Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate you, our friend. Next thing up the scales, Mr. Tandemoto Thomas from P-Line. Glad to have their involvement. Thomas had a good start in the event on day 1. Let's get a picture, Thomas, before we talk. Had 1456, but he had 29 keepers. So yesterday he was in the top 10 on keeper count. Got some pretty smallmouth. Had a small boat issue today, but got rectified and got to come in and weigh his catch there. Let's see what the weight is here, Thomas. One thing we know, you used P-Line today to catch every one of those fish, right?
I sure did.
Let's see what kind of weight we have. Very good job today, sir. Going to go 1622. 1622. Right. Nice, man. Try to get you going on day 3, Super Sunday.
Yeah, today was a fun day. It was a fun day. I started on a spot, nothing, and I rolled out a little bit further where I caught some yesterday, not that many, and I rolled out there, and it was every cast, and I probably caught all 5 of my wave fish on 5 consecutive casts. Those were like by 7:30 a.m. I had those 5, and then they got smaller from there, but I caught a bunch. Got 36 keepers today, and had a blast. Man, P-Line, yes, I was throwing a crankbait a lot, moonsault 250, and I was burning it. And I was lazy. I wasn't retying. I was catching them so fast, hot and heavy. I had frays all down my like a foot, 2 feet of line, and I kept catching them. I kept swinging them in the boat. I never broke off. And that's a P-Line tactical. I was using 10-pound tests too. I was swinging 2.5-pounders in the boat left and right. So it was a blast today. Got to thank Price Sims. If you guys are in the market for a car or truck, you could head over to my YouTube channel, which is the Bass Hookup, or go to my Instagram page. Send me a comment. I'll make sure you get a great deal on a truck, and they're supporting Apex as well, so let's support them. P-Line, again, thank you guys. My wife, my boys, Owen, Josiah, if you're back there watching, I love you guys, miss you. Yeah, I'm hoping I make it tomorrow. I'll be right on the bubble. I'm ready to go.
Looks good. Thomas Kandamoto, everybody. Great job, Thomas. All right, next up, Mr. Matthew Nadeau and family. Big support system here. Matthew, 25 keepers. It was in on keepers yesterday. Grab a couple there, Matt. Let's get a picture of them. And in on weight yesterday. We got another 5 bass limit. Good smallmouth here. Good young man here. Had a team event last weekend. Did well on that and got a check. Let me see what kind of weight we have here today, Matthew. Got your family with you up here. That's the way it's supposed to be. We got a lot of family that travels on the Apex Tour. Nice job today, Matthew, like yesterday. How about 1607, sir? 1607.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Tell us about your 2 days.
You know, this is one of the most unbelievable fisheries I've ever fished. If you could get a close up on my hands, that will tell the whole story of what this fishery produces.
Third place on weight right now, Matthew. Third place.
Okay. I hope it holds up because I would sure like to make one of these top 10s. I'm due. So yeah, coming to the dock, I'll tell you how good this fishery is. Coming to the dock, my son's out there fishing. He catches a 3-pounder off the dock. A lot of these guys don't even have fish that big. So it was kind of a crazy day today. I found a spot yesterday in the afternoon, rolled up there for 2 hours straight, every cast. Bam, 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 put 19 keepers in the boat. Went there, started off this morning, and ran about a half an hour south, and there wasn't one boat anywhere in sight. Get to my spot, and there's a local boat fishing the exact same little rock sticking out of the water. So he let me come in. We fished side by side. It was a little hard because he'd catch one, I'd catch one, you know, and I knew I could use every little bit I could catch, but it was cool. It was cool. I'm sure he's watching right now. So thanks for letting me come in next to you and fish that spot. Thank you, Wild West. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, the town of Arlington. Really appreciate it. So thank you, Mama, for letting me do this. Just come fish Apex. Let's do it, baby. Apex.
Matthew Nadeau, great job, sir. We'll see where that lands. Great job. See you guys in a little bit. All right. Next up, Bass Cat Mercury Pro, Mr. Hayden Lee coming to the scales, our leader on day one. We got another 5 bass limit. We got all largemouth, Steve. We got smallmouth in there, huh? At 1766. 1766, Hayden. Now, yesterday you said, man, wait till tomorrow. I'll tell everybody how I'm catching them. Now, let's see if that's true. Another good job today, young man. How about 1452, sir? 1452. Give them something out there to go fish.
Yeah, I couldn't get on the big smallies because I was fishing largemouth areas. All the smallmouth I caught were kind of, not accidents, but I caught them fishing for largemouth. So I don't know if I'm going to make it for tomorrow. But if I do, I'd go for smallmouth because the largemouth are kind of finicky. They have little bite windows. They'd bit for like an hour, and it made you stay all day. So I want to say thanks to Bass Cat yesterday. It was awesome running through the waves. Felt great on my back and stuff like that. And
go a little faster today with the water we had, right?
Oh, yeah, and I only burnt 1 tank of gas instead of 2. So, and hooked over an Ione and my family and stuff. So, yeah.
We'll see where it lands. Hayden Lee, everybody. Great job, Hayden. Right there. Right on the end there, my friend. He's holding them for you. Mr. Mark Lassane. Mark had a rough day yesterday, but he rebounded today. We can wait. That's a pretty smallmouth. We hadn't done that. We do not have a toe to the tournament. Let's weigh that one for Mark. See what that one, if we get a 5 smallmouth. A little short. 461. 461. There you go. That's the right size smallmouth to do well here at this lake. We got 2. This a light. We got 3. We got 4. Give you that microphone. Mark, we'll call a weight here. Did you go read some of your back issues of your magazine?
I did. I said a bunch of them.
Good job today, Mark. Going to go 1666, sir. 1666. Tell us about your day, sir. Want to hold one up again? You got it, man. Grab a couple. Is this going to be a cover shot for BAM magazine now? Nobody gets mad if the editor or the publisher gets a cover shot on their own magazine. Now, hold that open for you, Mark. I'd be proud of that, too. Now grab that mic. Tell us a little bit about your first 2 days, sir. Going to be a little short, I think, from going Sunday, but still, good day.
I'm sure it'll be short. You know, you can't win it on the first day, but you can sure lose it. And I had a rough day. Stayed here in the marina, and you know, in hindsight, should have gone out. You know, today I went out and ran around and, you know, fished for big ones. I didn't catch that many, like 17 fish, but, you know, caught some pretty good ones. I, you know, threw a dual rouse crankbait most of the day. And then, you know, later on in the day when it warmed up, I fished for bedfish. So the water's only 52, 53 degrees, but these smallies are spawning. You find the right little spots, you know, they get back in these little coves in about 3 foot of water, they're spawning. I went up and I could see the beds, and then I just backed off and I fished for them, and I caught, you know, a couple of them 3-pounders that way. So
tell these folks a little bit about your vehicle sponsor, Price Sims, man. They joined on board with us this year, and I know you got a new Toyota coming soon.
I do. I got a new Toyota. It's in the wrap shop now. That's why I'm still driving the Ford. But, you know, Price Sims just does an awesome job. You know, they're one of those dealers that is not jacking up the MSRP, and, you know, they just give you a straight deal right from the start. So, I mean, even if, you know, guys from far away can come down and get one. So, you know, guys from Southern Cal are going down and get those. So, you know, Toyota and Price Sims, you know, Fairfield Ford, they just do an awesome job. Aquaview, Garmin, you know, I was watching them on a live scope today up in between the rocks cranking. That was pretty fun. You know, Akuma rods and reels. I think I almost wore out a reel today. I fished that crankbait so much. But, you know, thanks to my great sponsors. Thanks to you guys, the city of Arlington. You know, this is really a fun event. You know, I caught some really good smallies today and had a good time.
Mark Lassane, everybody. Great job, Mark. Thank you, sir. Just a note, anglers, make sure when we get done with this weigh-in, all your fish have been submitted on Tourney X, none left, because we're going to close out. It should have been done already. We had some anglers here late reporting. Next up, Mr. Austin Bonjour. Austin had a great day yesterday. Going to add to it today as well. We got 5, I heard, as well. Had 1765 yesterday. 1765, another good day.
A solid day, yeah. Maybe about the same.
How about a little better? How about 1779? 1779, sir. Gonna get you to go fish on Sunday. Tell us about your day.
Yeah, it was just I don't know. I've only been to this pool one time. This is my first time here, and I found a little something the first day around 1 o'clock. I was about to sell my boat if I didn't catch anything yesterday at 1 o'clock. I was gonna give up. It was so bad. And then I've stumbled onto something, and I rolled it into today. So thanks for you guys and the city of Arlington and everybody that supports me.
Austin Bonjour, everybody. Thank you, Austin. Good job, sir. We'll see you tomorrow, I'm sure. Next up, Mr. Johnny Johnson. Yes, sir. Johnny, Fishing with Johnny Johnson. Most of you have seen Johnny's TV show. Been filming that a while. Johnny's a man of all trades. He's a world-class chef, and he also music, man. He can play instruments. I said chef. Yes, sir. Chef. I heard you, man, made the best food in Arizona is what I heard, but I hadn't. That's pretty good, ain't it? Let's see what kind of weight, man. This gentleman had the first Pro-Am we ever had at Wild West Bass. You were a champion of that. Nobody can take that away from you.
That's right.
And we got 1289 today. 1289.
About the same as consistency as I did yesterday. I'll tell you what. First time I've been to this fishery, and I'll tell you it's an awesome fishery. I had a blast. Threw crankbaits. My arms wore out. And I'll tell you, I think I wore out a reel today too, as a matter of fact. But I'll tell you, what a great fishery. The thing I love about Apex is no practice. You just show up and you just give it your best. I caught a lot of fish today, lost some good ones. You know, that's the deal when you're throwing a crankbait. You get one of those big ones next to the boat. You don't want the hook in your hand, and they're flopping all over the place. So I lost a couple of good fish. But either way, I had a blast. I probably caught 30 fish today and only had 10 keepers. But, man, I'll tell you, it was a blast. And you guys do a great job, Wild West, Apex. You know, we got to thank all these guys behind us, the sponsors. Without them, we don't have this. It was a long trip for me to come all the way over here from Arizona. I thought, man, I'll never go that far up. But this time I'm like, all right, you know, Jeremy, Randy, you guys taught me into it this time. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad I came, and I will be back. And I'll tell you, this is a great fishery. You guys will have a blast here. Just grab a small crankbait and go out there and just have a ball right now. You'll have a blast right here. at the Columbia River. I'll tell you. Thank you guys so much.
How many would want Johnny to bring his film crew next time he comes back up here? There
I
you go.
should have. I'll tell you.
You
I
should
should
have, Johnny. Johnny Johnson, brother, my friend. Great job, young man. Thank you, sir. Next up, Bass Cat Mercury Pro. Tony Francesi coming up the scales. Tony had 11 pounds on day one. Been in this game a long time here with California Pro. Got 5 good and alive. Run a boat from our friends at Boatmasters, by the way, as well. Tony also, Bass Cat Owners event in August. Tony will be running that event as well with Steve Meduno over here to the right. Let's get a weight, my friend. Better than yesterday or about the same, Tony? Let's, better than yesterday. How about 1345, sir? 1345. Tell us about your day.
It was the fishing today was a little bit better than yesterday as far as catching is concerned. I couldn't find the size. I just could not find the right size fish. I kept throwing, kept moving, looking for the bigger bites. If I got on a bank and I started catching undersize, I just moved. I typically, it seems here when you start catching small fish, that's all you catch in an area. So I didn't stick around any one area too long unless I was catching keeper-sized fish. But I'll tell you, this river is it's intimidating. I mean, it is big. It can be rough. At the same time, I mean, it's a world-class fishery, and we've been to 2 world-class smallmouth fisheries now. We went to Trinity, and then now we're here. This one's world-class for a different reason. I mean, it's got the giant smallmouth in it, like Trinity does, but this body of water is a challenge. Running it, it's so vast, it's incredible. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to get out there, look at the river, try to figure it out. Didn't do great this week, but you know what? That's all right. Off to the next one. I do want to thank a few people. First of all, thank the town of Arlington. You guys have really laid out the red carpet for us. You guys are really accommodating and appreciate everything you've done. And then, again, I want to thank Apex Wild West Bass, Randy, you and your team. I want to thank some sponsors. So I've been with P-Line for 29 years now as my longest sponsor, and I'll probably be with P-Line until I stop fishing. They've got, when I first started with them, they had 2 fishing lines. They had an original, and they just came out with a CX Premium, which is a copolymer line. Now they've got lines for every tactic, every technique, and every situation you need. They've got everything from fluorocarbon to braid to copolymer lines. So if you guys need a respool reel, check them out. So thank you to P-Line. Thank you to Bass Cat and Mercury. I want to thank Dobbins Rods, Missile Baits, Sims, on and on, all my sponsors. Couldn't do it without them. And, yeah, that's it. We'll see you at the next one.
Tony Francesi, everybody. Thank you, Tony. Class act. Next up, Mr. Juan Acosta. Juan did very well today on the Tourney X program. We were watching him fish. We're going to get a picture before we weigh him. Juan had 14.24, but he had 25 keepers yesterday. Was right there on the cut. We got 5 alive again today. Probably needed to make it on a keeper count. How many keepers today, Juan?
I think I caught 21 keepers.
Well, 20, a little bit less. It was going to be close. Making it on that side. Going to go 12.27 today. 12.27, Juan. Tell us about your days.
I caught so many fish today. I don't even know how many. This place is, honestly, I wasn't looking forward to coming here. But after these 2 days, man, this place is really fun. So next time we come, I think I'm in. But yeah, I caught, most of my fish came on a dual realis jerkbait. And then I also caught them on a crankbait. And then today the wind kind of died off. And yesterday I caught some on a small hair jig. And today I kind of ran with that. And I mean, that was so much fun. I mean, you just throw that thing out and you just reel it in real slow and on light line. And it was like almost one after another one. I used 7.7 light Phoenix feather light. And I didn't lose any fish with that rod. That rod works perfect for like a fly, floating fly. It's like one of the best rods. And that was pretty much it. Caught a bunch of fish yesterday, kind of junk fishing, but today it was the rip bait and the fly. And I also caught a bunch of them on a little axe blade. And I mean, I would throw it out and they wouldn't even let it hit the bottom. It was just, they'll hit it, and I miss one. I'll catch one. I miss one, and it was fun. A lot of fun. Want to thank my wife for staying home and stuff, and my daughter Victoria. I want to say hi to her, and my boy Alex. I also want to thank Coyote Bay and Tackle. They helped me out a lot today. Dual Realis. I mean, I caught a lot of my fish on their baits, and then Genesis Graphics. My boat's wrapped by them. A lot of the boats here are wrapped by Genesis, so check them out. And Phoenix Rods and everybody else. Seagar Line. I mean, I use 6-pound test Tatsu and never broke off.
Great job, Juan. Glad you had a good time here in the first 2 days. Next angler up, Mr. Hunter Slander. Hunter had a tough day yesterday, but I bet he rebounded. You bring me 5 today, Hunter. Good job on that. Yeah, we'll get a good picture here. Beautiful smallmouth bass, looks like, the majority. All these fish about to spawn, it looks like, if they're not already doing it. Hunter, I'm going to give you this here. Let's get a weight real quick. We'll get these in there for you, and you tell us about your 2 days. I know day one was a little tough, but you rebounded today with 13-14, sir. 13-14.
Yeah, I'll take it. The goal was today, I didn't think I could make it in weight, so I went out there. I found a little spot yesterday, and I camped on it all day long and threw a crankbait and caught as many as I could to try to make it in numbers. I ended up with 35 keepers, so it was a fun day. We probably caught 60, 70 fish, a lot of small ones, but it was a blast. This place is awesome. I want to thank Wild West, City Arlington, and CNC Marine, Vexus Boats, Mercury Marine, Bass Brigade, and I want to say hi to my wife and my son at home.
Hunter Slander, everybody. Thank you, Hunter. Get them the next event. Next up from Jackson Rancheria, Mr. Stan Lefevre. Stan, you got me 5 today?
Yes, sir.
Grab a couple there, Stan. Let's get a picture. Stan, a great angler. Stan has got some old pictures that need to get destroyed of me on the stage about 27 years ago, weighing fish too. So we've been doing this a while. It was good. No, had a little red hair then. All this fisherman issues, man, makes it gray quick. But wouldn't change a thing. Stan got 5 today, I'm sure. I know you're happy about that. First year on the Apex Tour, Stan. You got the small ones today, but 9 pounds even, sir. 9 even. Tell us about your experience, sir.
I'll take them. It was tough for me. I caught a lot of shorts today. I didn't get my 5th fish till way later. I mean, like right before we came in. So I had a tough day. I want to thank you guys for putting this tournament on up here. Arlington, great area. Like I said, it's a little intimidating, but it's super cool. And I got to thank my sponsors, Jackson Rancheria, Sanborn Chevrolet, Gamma, Bass Union. I wouldn't be here without those guys. And tomorrow's Earl's birthday, so we're going to party tonight.
Amen to that, Stan. Stan Lefevre, everybody. Thank you, Stan. You get the big ones next event. Next up, Mr. Vincent Burnell coming to the scales. Vincent had 13-23. Was not too far out. First year with us. We'll get a picture with Vince. Glad to have him on board fishing with us this year. Another 5 bass limit. Give you that microphone, Vince. Let me get a weight. You tell us about your 2 days here, man. And no big fish, but I know you caught a lot of fish today. 1079, 1079.
I had a little bit of a rough go this morning. I had a lot of boats around me. Yesterday, I kind of had an area all to myself. And today, there was 5 boats with me. So it was really tough. I think I needed the wind to catch them where I was. So I had to jump around a little bit. But I forgot the guy's name of that. Kevin, I think his name is. Just want to say thanks to him. He helped me out with the lithium battery. I had battery troubles yesterday. So, I just want to say hi to everybody at home watching. Say hi to my girlfriend, Mel, and my kids. So, be on my way home tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
Vincent Burnell. Another great angler coming to scales. We got him here in the West. Mr. Jeff Michaels. Jeff, 1484 yesterday, just a little out of the top 10. Loves catching these smallmouth. Had a great event at Trinity Lake as well, our last Apex event. Jeff, we got 5 today, I bet. And I don't see any big ones, my friend. A little bit different in Trinity this time, but let me call a weight. Going to go 82, sir. 1082. Tell us about your 2 days.
Yeah, so I was fishing ultra shallow, and I just needed that wind. And for most of the day today, it slicked off on me, and those fish pulled out a little bit, and I didn't make the adjustment. And about an hour and a half ago, the wind came up, and I bet in that last hour I caught more fish in that last hour than I did the rest of the day. So I needed the wind. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. I didn't need the 5-foot rollers, but a little bit of wind would have been nice. Thanks for everyone watching. Thanks my sponsors. And we're staying a couple more days, so we'll have some practice to get a little bit better at this for the next time around.
Jeff Michaels, everyone. Thank you, Jeff. All right. Next angler up, Mr. Christian Ostrander. Already won a Pro-Am with us this year as well. Christian had 1347 coming into today. Grab a couple there, Christian. We'll get a picture of these. If I did follow Attorney X for most of the day, I didn't see some scoring on there, but we'll get Christian to tell us how many fish he had on the keeper count. We got 5 alive. Another 5 bass limit, Christian. There you go, sir. Hold this microphone just a minute, Christian. We're going to put them on here. Let me call a weight. Great job today, young man. How about 16? 90, 1690, but more important, how many keepers did you count today, Christian? Tell these folks how many keepers you put in the boat.
You know what? I caught more than 120 keepers today. It was ridiculous. You know what? This morning, yesterday I ran way down to the dam, the other part of the lake. Said I was going to just start working my way up that way. About the 3rd stop in the morning, I rolled up on a little flat, had some current, and every single cast for the first 2 hours, and just even in that whole area, it was just like I caught so many fish. It was ridiculous. I probably threw back 33-pound fish today. So, yeah, it was crazy. So we'll see about. I hope I make it for tomorrow and try to go catch 20 pounds somehow and win this thing. So, yeah, we'll see what's going on.
Great job, Christian Ostrander, my friend. 100+ keepers. That's awesome. We did not think we would have a bigger event than Trinity Lake and Columbia showed out today. Next up, Mr. Joey Skim. Tough day for Joey yesterday. We had 10-2. Another 5 bass limit. Joey, any big fish today?
No big fish. I caught like 17, but just all like 2.5 pounders.
Let's see what the weight is today. Going to go 11:27, Joey, 11:27. Tell us about your 2 days, sir.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, I caught a lot of fish. Not like Christian. He caught all the good fish. I caught all the 1 pounders, all the 12.5, 13 inchers. But it was like every cast. So it was pretty fun. I highly recommend coming to Arlington. It was an awesome experience. First time up here, and if you come up here, go to this pizza place down here. It was really, really good. Say hi to my wife, my kids at home. Big shout out to my father-in-law. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday. Big thanks to Gone Fishing Marine, Ranger Boats, Mercury, Value Plumbing, Grayback Buzzbaits. If you ever check on their website, I got a buzzbait from them. It's called Joey's Delta Crawl, so check it out. That's it, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Joey Skim. All right, if we had a hard luck award this week, this gentleman here won it, Mr. Zach Thompson. Zach, been a friend of mine for a long time. Had some 10 pounds and some change. The good news for Zach is he probably had the lowest gas bill this week, without a doubt. But had boat issues both days. Put a starter on his boat. Fouled some plugs this morning. We looked everywhere to try to find some plugs for him, and turns out they're special order, man. Nobody's got them.
Yeah.
He called 4 or 5 places. I hope you can get them so you can go back fishing next week. But going to go 1081, Zach, 1081. Tell everybody about the good things that happened.
Yeah, you know, I want to say hi first to my wife, Cassandra, my daughter, Charlotte, and my son, Sawyer. I love you guys. And I want to say thanks to Frank at DCR Propeller and also Willie Nelson here at Nixon's Marine. You know, everybody did what they could to get me running yesterday, and today had some more mechanical issues. So I basically fished here in Arlington Marina or Harbor all day, 2 days in a row, and caught a lot of fish, just not any real big ones. And I had a moment today about 10 o'clock. It was slick calm, boat's not running, and I thought, man, I can just pull the boat out and I can go try to fix it and see what happens. I'd like to stay here for the event that's coming up next week. And I told myself, that's not what we're all about. As anglers, we all want to catch fish. We all want to do really well, but sometimes stuff doesn't go your way, and you still have to think about those people that support you, all these people that are on my shirt, everybody that all these guys, people that support the anglers are companies and individuals that just want us to be out there and represent. So I didn't pull the boat out. I fished hard all day and just did the best I could, and I see the mayor here from Arlington, and this community is amazing. If you come up here, you just be amazed at how nice everybody is. Like Joey said, the pizza place is unbelievable, and it barely costs anything compared to where I live in the Bay Area. So, it's worth it just to come up here, just to spend the weekend and do a little bit of fishing. Even if it's windy, you can catch fish here in the Arlington Harbor. So, anyway, I just want to say thanks to everybody. St. Croix Rods, somebody new this year, and I really love fishing their Legend Tournament Bass Series, the blue rods. And thank Randy, Steve, Karen, Jeremy, Darla. Everybody here works really hard, and I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Zach, buddy. Got the bad luck out for the year, hopefully. Next up, Mr. William Ponting. William, glad to have him on board with us this year. Had 14.25, but he was in on keepers yesterday with 29 on the top 10. He had another good day on keeper count. We got another 5 bass limit. We'll hold a couple here, William. Pretty small mouth again. We got 5. How many keepers today do you think you end up with, William?
27.
Gonna be close then, huh?
I think so.
Let's see what the weight is, sir. How about 11.96? 11.96. You get to go on tomorrow. What are you gonna do different? Anything?
Take Advil. Lots of it.
That'll help, man. Calm water today, though, man.
Yep, it was nice till we came in. There's 2 3-footers out there when we came in, so it got a little rough.
It did. William Ponting, everybody. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Next up, Nick Cloutier coming up. Bet Nick's got 5 as always. Had 15.76 on day 1, inside the top 10. 15.76. We got 5 today. They're all alive. No penalty. Great young angler here fishing with us. Runner-up at Trinity Lake. 2nd place, so close in that event. He'll get his one of these days. Nick, let's see what we've got. About a little less than yesterday. 13.41, sir. 13.41. Tell us about your 2 days.
Today, I really think I needed the win for my bite. And I also think I shouldn't have ran around as much as I did today. It's kind of like you find these quality fish, you might as well hang out there all day. It's pretty strange. You'll go and you'll catch them, and then they'll stop. And what, me and Hunter Slander were fishing next to each other, and what we were talking about was there's these weird little spurts of current, and I'm not sure if it's from the barges or from the locks opening up, but as soon as those little current windows open, the bite window it's wide open, and it lasts maybe 30 minutes. Got into a couple of those today. I'm not sure. I think I maybe caught 16, 17 scorables today. And I just ran around, and it just didn't pan out for me. I lost one right in my finger. I mean, these smallmouth, they don't quit. And it was a good one. I had it right in my fingers, and it got off. But that's the way it goes. I had a fun time out here. It's the first time I've ever been on the Columbia River. Awesome smallmouth fishery. I wish I would have found some largemouth. Never got into any of them. Like to thank, Gone Fishing Marine, my Ranger Z521, kept me dry all week, especially yesterday. Mercury Marine, the motor's phenomenal. Phoenix Rods, I caught all my fish on the M1, 7.4 and 7'8". And Cloutier Custom Baits, that's my own company. Caught most of my fish yesterday on a white chatterbait. And then Woo Tungsten, G-Rat Baits, my brother's shop, the Bass Hole. It's in Bethel Islands, the best tackle shop that river's seen ever. Anyone headed to the Delta, stop by, check them out. They have everything from swim baits, drop shot, and anything you can do, he's got it there. So go by and check them out. I want to thank my wife for staying home with our kids. You know, she supports me in this, and I appreciate you. I love you, and I'll see you.
Nick Cloutier. Nick, great job, sir. All right, Mr. Johnny Pearl had the toe to the tournament at 736. I bet he's got another limit in the bag. Grab one right there. Let's get a picture, John. No largemouth, but another beautiful smallmouth, another 4+ smallmouth. But he's got 5 alive. As always, John, I'll let you hold this here, man. You can tell us how you call it. Going to be close. Here,
yeah,
we got 5. You happy with no largemouth? You couldn't get one today?
I couldn't get him to bite. I think King caught them all. But
nice job today. 14-10 today. 14-10, John.
I just needed one more yesterday, and I've been a little better. This place is amazing. I don't know how many fish I caught in 2 days. Lots of shorts. I mean, I'm going to say I caught 200 shorts in 2 days, and yeah, it's pretty wild. First of all, I want to say happy birthday to my wife. You know, I'm lucky she let me come here. But I'll see you guys this week. My son's birthday's tomorrow, so it was a long drive here. But I'm glad she let me come, and thanks for everything you do at home. Thanks, Wild West, for having us, Apex. Arlington, you guys are wonderful. Wonderful place. I'm glad the weather let us fish out of here this year. I'm really glad because this river's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks to all my sponsors. Steve Madono, you know, as always. Thanks.
Great job, Johnny Pearl. Great champion there. All right, next up, Mr. Luke Johns coming up. Glad to have Luke on board, our reigning Angler of the Year on the Pro-Am Series. We'll get a picture where Luke had $12.95 yesterday, but he did have 27 keepers. He was in the top 10 going into day 2. We'll see what Luke has got. How many keepers a day, Luke, did you put in the boat?
You know, I think I ended with 31,
awesome.
So a little better than yesterday.
Close.
Yeah,
be close for the cut, man, on that.
Hoping I squeak in.
Good weight, too, Luke. Going to go 14.08. 14.08. Tell us about your 2 days.
Yeah, I had a stellar time up here. I mean, this river is phenomenal. It's such a healthy fishery. You could just about stop on any bank and catch a fish on it, but the real key was just finding the really specific spots for me this weekend, and I found pretty much 2 areas that I caught the majority of my keepers out of both days. I rolled up on one spot this morning, and it was lights out for like an hour, hour and a half straight, and almost every one was a keeper, so that was super awesome. And then, you know, ran around, tried to find some new water, couldn't really piece anything else together, and then just kind of went back and tried to squeak out a couple more keepers. But, you know, I got to thank Buck and Bass. Yesterday, we were out here in some really rough weather, and I took 3 waves over the front of my boat, and I was completely dry. And then again today, we had rain, and I was completely dry again today. So that's really nice when you can go out and fish and be comfortable all day, no matter what the weather conditions are. And on top of that, I got to say shout out to Fisherman's Warehouse. Thank you guys for letting me have work off this whole week. And, you know, if you guys are in the works for any tackle of any sort, whether it's all the way from ocean fishing all the way to, you know, fishing a little tiny stream, we got everything you want. It's online. And, you know, it's a phenomenal place. So go check them out, and hopefully I'll be fishing tomorrow. But thank you, guys.
Great job, Luke. Excellent. Young angler there. Next up, Mr. John Stewart, Arizona. John fishing well lately. Made our cut at Trinity. Top 10 in that event. 1181 for John yesterday. Got another 5 bass limit. Let's get a weight here, John. Not going to get you fishing Sunday, man. I know you got a long drive home, but caught a lot of fish, I bet, today. And the weight, almost 14. 1384, John. 1384. Tell us about your day.
You know, I'll take it. I came up here last year for the Invitational, but we were stuck in the John Day River. And I had just taken delivery of my boat, and my graphs were like 2 months late. So I fished the John Day with no graphs. And being Asian, it's like fishing naked. I have to have electronics. I mean, it wasn't a fun event for me, but I had a great time up here in Arlington. I'd like to thank my wife and son. I love you guys. I know they're watching back home. Rick Knight, my Pro-Am travel buddy, I know he's watching. And then Ace and Tanya Bailey at Wickenburg Marine. They helped get my boat on the road this weekend. They always check my bearings and tires before I leave, so I really appreciate everything that they do. And had a little motor issue that they took care of. And of course, everyone out here in the crowd, because I mean, without you guys, without Arlington, I mean, we're just a traveling circus, basically. It's just us fishing and goofing on each other. So we really appreciate you guys coming out here. It means a lot to us, too. Wild West, of course, Randy and his crew, they do a phenomenal job. And even Thomas behind the camera makes us all look good. Get my lighter side, Thomas. I'd like to thank Bass Cat and Mercury. Man, that Bass Cat ran great yesterday, except for one little hiccup in a wave. But it makes for a good submarine also, trust me. And it stays afloat when it has about 200 gallons of water in it. Mercury, I was doing about 74, 75 miles an hour this morning into the current, so it was a nice slick calm. I figured I'd open her up and see what she do. So thank you, Mercury. I'd like to thank everyone else that sponsors me. But again, thank you guys. You guys are the most important to us. Our sponsors, you know, they've year in, year out, they've always taken care of us. But it's Arlington and the Dales that really make this possible for all of us. So thank you, guys.
John Stewart, my friend, be careful going home. John, we got one last one. It's hard to call it, but the reigning angler champion here from Arlington is about to come up. In our invitation we had here, great angler, Mr. Greg Terres, be our last angler to weigh this afternoon. I bet Greg's got 5. He had 13.98, had 28 keepers yesterday. If he came close to it again, Greg won a reigning angler of the year with us at Wild West Bass as well. Won on every level he's ever fished. We got another 5 bass limit today. There you go, Greg. I'll give you this microphone, man. How many keepers, number 1, today?
I think I got about 25. I had one fish that was really close, and I checked it a couple times. It went. Everything was good. Snapped a picture, tossed it over. Turns out it opened its mouth when I went over to get my phone. It opens its mouth a little bit. They can't count it. So, yeah, it's a non-scorable at that point. But it was a hoot.
Let's get a weight here,
Let's slow
Greg.
'em down, yeah.
Then you tell us about your 2 days. Hopefully you don't miss it by 1 fish. I know that hurt a lot. How about 13.03, Greg? 13.03. Tell us about your first 2 days.
Well, you know, it was awesome, and I know I'm the last guy in line to say this, but thanks, guys, for putting us on for us and inviting us. The community of Arlington has opened its arms to us, and if you are traveling anywhere and you want to come to a fishery, this Columbia River is amazing, and there's plenty of places to go, but if you want to feel welcome and have a great place to stay, they've got RV camping. I'll probably bring my 5th wheel up one of these days and just tootle around here and mess around. But this place is it. Arlington is awesome, and the fishery is just phenomenal. So just make it a point to come up and fish on one of the best fisheries in the West. It's amazing. I mean, Clear Lake Delta, it's all good, but this is amazing. The fishing here is incredible. Yeah, fishing was good. I caught a lot of fish, crankbaits. Everybody's talking about crankbaits. I used my Frenzy Baits nail. It's a bait I designed, and I pile drived them. It allows me to fish little swim baits and stuff weedless, so I can throw them up into the rocks, throw them into the brush, and wheel the bait through and not get hung up. And I can catch more fish with that bait. Yeah, I threw a lot of down baits, mostly finesse stuff and some reaction stuff in the morning, and I ended up, like everybody else, landing on a spot and just pile driving them. But take care of the homework. I got to thank these guys. Bass Cat Boat stepped up for me this year and brought me into their family. I was running another boat for 30 years, and we decided it was best to move on. And Bass Cat brought me in, and I am so happy to be running this boat. It's amazing. I'm running a new Puma SDS. It is an amazing machine. Fast, stable, soft ride, and it just gets with it. It really does have everything I've asked for or wanted in a boat. Mercury Marine, obviously, Lowrance is what I run for my fish finders. next gen batteries. These guys, the lithium batteries that we're running now, keep us on the water in the current, and we're pulling power on our trolling motors. I'm running the new motor guide, and I'll tell you, it's just a dream to be out there. I made this comment yesterday. A lot of the fish I was catching was due to the sensitivity of my eye rods. I've been throwing my G2 Ultra Finesse. It's a rod design I have. It just allows the fish to get the bait a little deeper into their mouths, and I just hook up and keep more fish with it. Gamma line, I can downscale line. I was boat flipping these 3-pound fish with 6-pound tests. Just boat flip them in the boat, no problem. Frenzy Baits, Duo Realis, amazing hard bait line. Great sponsor. They are awesome. And of course, my family, my wife, Bobby, she's at home. And love you, baby doll. See you later. My sister and her husband are here checking things out. All my friends and family that support me, appreciate everything. And you guys, thanks for putting on a great show and taking care of all the hard work so we can just go out there and be fishermen.
Gregory Trout, everybody. Great job, as always. Great speaker for our sport as well. Quality man as well. That's all the fish we have for you today to weigh. All of you watching our live stream, we thank you for tuning in. We hope you'll tune in tomorrow. Again, we're going to go at Safe Light around 5:15 in the morning. We're going to check in tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Top 10 anglers will qualify. I will tell you this. We're going to be a while we check our numbers. We had such a huge fish catch. We're probably going to quit coming to the lakes that are like this. See, we can't work tirelessly here. We got guys catching 100 fish. So we're going to have to go to some bad fishery. Sorry, man. We're too good. So that's a good problem. We'll tell everybody it's too good to come here. But thank you again. This is a Spartan 580. We're not done. Top 10 tomorrow. Then we're going to move on to stage 2. We'll tell you more about that after we crown a champion. This event was brought to you by Roman Made at A1 Tactical and the City of Arlington. Mayor Jeff Buffton, thank you again, sir. Can't thank you enough. Folks at River Lodge up in Boardman for hosting us. Official Housing, thank you folks up there. Also, want to thank Bridgeford Outdoors, Bass Cat Boats, Mercury Marine, Rowan Made, Duo Realis, Garmin, Super Clean, Lithium Pros, P-Line, Valley Outdoors, Woo Tungsten, Bob's Machine Shop, Torch Eyewear, Hook Performance Fishing, Dish Network, Excel Marketing, Wood Brothers Flooring, Signature Gate System, Kevin Finley. Thank you, Kevin. Again, with Wild West Bass staff and the great crew here, our camera team, we'll appreciate your support. Hope you tune in tomorrow for another great day. Top 10 guys, we'll have the results as soon as we can. If you're close, you know you made the top 10, I'm going to call you here. I don't want to hold you up. On Keeper Count is holding up the event. We had some guys slow to return. We had some bad cell phone coverage in some areas. So it takes a long time to check these scorables as well, make sure they are 14 inches with no issues. So for the Keeper Count, we apologize for that. Have a kayak meeting at 7 o'clock. When we call our top 10, I will do it up here, and we'll bring it back up on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. You'll see that and the results as soon as we can have them up for you as well. Thank you, anglers. Be careful going home. Those of you didn't make the cut, we will see you in the morning. Thanks to everybody in the support of Wild West Bass and the Apex Tour. We appreciate you very much. Signing off, and we will be back in a little bit.